Hi, Ashley here with HeartHookHome.com, and today we are learning how to crochet the gorgeous Larksfoot stitch. This stitch is a lot easier than it looks. Really, all these are double crochets, with one of them every once in a while going down into the row 2 rows below it. It's very easy, very quick, very fun, and I think you're going to love it. So let's learn how to do the Larksfoot stitch today. In order to crochet the Larksfoot stitch, it typically works best if you have at least 2 colors of yarn. So here I've got 3 complementing colors that we will be working up together today. Another thing to note is that you will want to use whatever crochet hook size as recommended for the yarn that you are using. So here I've got a 4.5 millimeter ready to go with my Dishy cotton. And for the multiple of the Larksfoot stitch, you're going to want to have a multiple of 4 chains plus 1. So 4 plus 1 means that I've got 17 here, with my multiple of 4 being 16. Now I am ready to do my foundation row of the Larksfoot stitch. First thing that we're going to do is find the 4th chain from the hook, so this one right here, and I'm going to do a double crochet in that back bar. I'm going to do a double crochet in the next chain as well. And now, since this chain here counts as a stitch, I technically have 3 double crochets in a row. We're going to complete across the end of the row with a chain 1, skip the next chain, and place a double crochet in each of the following 3 chains. So skip this one and do a double crochet in the next, and the next, and the next. So you're always going to have 3 double crochets in a row. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. And now when I only have these 4 chains remaining, we're going to do that one more time where we chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet in each of the 3 remaining. Awesome. So here is our completed row 1 of the Larksfoot stitch. You can see that we've got these 3 sets of double crochets going across, separated by these chain spaces. Now we are going to do a chain 3, and this is going to count as a double crochet. So when you turn this, that is going to be technically out of this stitch here. So this is stitch number 1. Now we're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches, so these 2 right here. And since that chain 3 counted as a double crochet, again, we have 3 double crochets. So it's 3 double crochets on top of 3 double crochets. Now we're going to chain 1, skip that chain that we made, and double crochet in each of these double crochets. So it's a lot easier to get established than it seems. Let me pull my yarn here. Just put it on the floor. So there's the 3. So now we're going to chain 1, skip that one, and 1, 2, 3. We'll do that one more time. Chain 1, skip that one, 1, 2. And this final double crochet will go in the top of this turning chain from the first row. I'm going to go right under both sides of that outside V of the 3rd chain, just like that, and complete that double crochet. So that is row 2. Now, For most purposes, I'm going to change, and I encourage you to as well, change colors after every 2 rows. So technically I should not have completed that stitch. I'm going to go ahead and reinsert for that last pull through using a new yarn color. So let me grab my scissors. We'll clip this here and we will grab a new color. Let's do the yellow. We'll leave the green over here. And now I'm going to complete that color change just by pulling that through there. Tie a small little simple knot to keep it nice and tidy. And we are ready to continue with row number 3. Now, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rows, those are the ones that we're going to be repeating over and over and over. So row 3 is the first row of the 4-row repeat. So we're going to do this many times. This is the first one, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 chains to turn before you turn. That is going to count as a double crochet and a chain 1. So turn. Now, since this counts as a stitch, it's technically coming out of this first one here, right? So when the pattern says skip next stitch and double crochet in the next. So I'm going to go into this double crochet here, the last one of that trio, just like that. And now we're going to do a spiked double crochet around the chain space from 2 rows down. So way down here, we're going to make a double crochet, but going into this space. Now, when you do this double crochet, pull this loop up nice and tall so that it's not super cinched down, and just complete that double crochet just like that. And now we're going to place a double crochet in the next stitch. So right here. And now you've got those 3 double crochets in a row. Remember how I said you're always going to have 3 in a row, just some of them are going to be tall in the middle, right? So now we're going to do a chain 1. We're going to skip this center double crochet and we're going to double crochet, spiked double crochet, and double crochet so that we have those 3 in a row. So I've done my chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in this one right here, around the chain space 2 rows below, pull that one up nice and tall so that it's not super tight, pulling on those stitches, and double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next, double crochet going around the chain space 2 rows below, and I'm encompassing all of the crochet that is in between those 2, right? Just going around the whole portion of it. Double crochet in the next one here. And now we are going to chain 1, skip the next one, and we're going to place a double crochet in the top of the turning chain here. And that is the end of row 3. So now for row 4, we are going to set up the next row so that we can change colors to the green, right? So chain 4 for row 4, turn, we're going to skip the next chain and we're going to double crochet in each of the next 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to chain 1, skip that one, and double crochet in those 3. Remember, we're always having those 3 double crochets together. Beautiful crochet stitch. Chain 1, and then double crochet in each of those 3. Now when we get to the end here, we've got these 3 double crochets. I'm going to make a chain 1, and I find that it looks best. You could place your double crochet in that 3rd chain right here like we normally would. I think it looks best, or it keeps your sides looking a little bit cleaner, if you just double crochet around the whole chain space like this. for this row end in particular. All of the other ones, I think it looks great going into that chain 3, but for some reason, I just think this looks better. So choose to do how you wish. But so now we've got these 2 rows of the gold. We're ready to change to the green. So let me change to the green. Clip this, pull up some green here. And now we are going to be ready for another of those spiked double crochet rows. For row 5, we're going to do chain 3 and turn. Now this counts as the first stitch, so that's basically a double crochet in that double crochet. So now our first actual stitch is this chain space. So we are going to do a spiked double crochet around the chain space 2 below. Pull that loop up nice and tall. Finish that double crochet. And now we're going to double crochet in the next stitch here, right here. And now we're basically doing what we did before, where we chain 1, skip the next one, and then we're going to do double crochet long, double crochet in the next. So 1, spiked double crochet, and that's my 3rd double crochet in that set. Chain 1, skip the next one, 1. The middle one is a tall one, and then 3. Chain 1, skip 1, 1, and now we're going to do a spiked double crochet down into this chain space down here, and we're going to find the 3rd chain from our beginning chain right here. So this is 1 right here. This is 2, this is 3. I'm going to do my final double crochet in the 3rd chain from that turning chain from the previous row. Double crochet, looks great. Let's move this yarn out of the way. And we are looking so great. Isn't this beautiful? I just love it so much. Now we are ready for row 6, which is the 4th row of the 4-row repeat. So we're going to chain 3 and turn. That does count as a double crochet. We're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches, so 1 and 2. And what you may notice as we're going along is that however we began a row, like this orange, the first row of the orange here, however we began a row is how we end the row as well. So if there's a double crochet with a space, there should be a double crochet with a space on this side. And if we start with 3 double crochets, we should end with 3 double crochets. So whatever side you have on both sides should always mirror each other. That's a great way to know that you are staying on track as per the pattern without having to read every single row once you get the pattern established. So I am doing my chain 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets all the way to the end of the row. And then when I get to the end, I would change colors, probably back to this light gray. So I'm going to do my double crochet in the top of that chain 3. And then I would be ready to change, whoops, let me get back in there. Then I would be ready to change back to my light gray yarn color. Right there, technically. And yeah, so here we are. So you are going to repeat rows 3, 4, 5, and 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6, over and over and over. Now, if you do choose to just use 2 yarn colors instead, let's go ahead and pull this out a little bit. If you do choose to use 2 yarn colors instead, you could change colors still after every 2 rows, but you can carry that yarn up the side so that you don't have oodles and oodles of yarn tails hanging out. And then when you go to do your border, just crochet over those yarn carries, right? And when I do the border, I like to place 2 single crochets per double crochet row end when I'm doing my border. So if you have any questions, please check out the Meadowlark blanket. It's a brand new crochet blanket pattern on hearthookhome.com featuring this beautiful Larksfoot stitch. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to crocheting again with you soon.